had problems in bed, no sex for 2 weeks.
Hi there, my name is Anne. I am product designer and founder of the Badass agency, and I'm glad to see you here because we're gonna be checking our first Boneralle case, which is so exciting to me. I put some work into it, so I hope you really love it. So yeah, this person here is me. I know that you might be afraid of or avoidant of anything new like me here, but I hope we're gonna be friends. I'm pretty cool, living my best life here. I do have friends and family and a lot of things to tell you, so hope our journey goes well. And what are we doing here today? We are checking design case and behind the scenes of this design case. Why? Because each business needs design. That's the fact that I know it for sure. And if you are a business owner, then you should, maybe know some details about it. Maybe you would discover something interesting here for yourself. So I want to be helpful to you. And first statement, which you might, screen, do the screenshot. So great design is a premium feature, basic but premium, and you want to start your brand with one. If you're starting a project, you can be either, you don't want to be in the middle of the sandwich, at the mid layer, because at the mid layer, there would be always somebody cheaper than you with lower prices than you have. So at the top of the market, sandwich is a market. At the top of the market, you have premium products which require branding. At the bottom, people need utility. And in the middle, people will check the prices. So being in the middle really would suck. I would choose being at the top, because at the top, you'd have to provide a lot of value to a small group of people rather than a little value to a large group of people. And the scheme with small group of people is much easier. That's just my point of view, sharing my thoughts. And if you're selecting this premium plus, you need branding. Actually, any business needs branding. Why am I narrowing this? If you have no design, let's say at the start, you have no money for that. I get it. I'm starting my business. I have no money for this. Taking shots on my iPhone, so you get me. I get you. You have no money. Your design is made by you, and you do the website, you do the social media, you do the packaging, all it by yourself. Then you might have money at some point. You might come to the designer and get your website done, and then your website would have great looking, pink color design, but your packaging would be different from that, and your social media would be also inconsistent with that. This way your brand wouldn't be working visually, because people would get confused, like, what are your colors, what is your visual, what are your values? We don't get it. But if you will do it all at once, whole relaunch, whole rebranding, which is it's called so in the market. Rebranding is pretty painful process, because you might lose some of the leads you already have. Let's say you had a design and that design was not based on the target audience that you had, so it attracted a bit of wrong clients. Now, as you analyze that with some agency, with anybody, and you have great design which is specifically for your target audience, but you had wrong clients before, and now you're losing them, and it would take some time to recover, to correct all of the mistakes and errors, and to get to your specific audience that you want. So your sales might drop at some point. Yeah, you'll regain that, but it's pretty harmful and painful thing to do. So if you're seeing deep enough into this, design is really important. Even you may do it on your own. I'm not here to sell my services. You can do this on your own, but please be consistent. Do something really simple so that you could, and something which would be matched for your target audience. These are the only two things which I guess three, we can say three. Be consistent, meet the needs of your target audience, and be simple. That's the only way you can support design on your own, because it takes a lot of time and it would take a lot of resources out of your main process. So let's go. Here is a case. You can check this out, like pretty well animated. What is it? That's the composition, emotional benefit, and manual. Next page, all of these golden luxury designs. We'll check this out in details later, but that's just to showcase what we've done and what we're going to be talking about. The product, as you might have guessed, I told you already, as a secret, is chocolate with aphrodisiac. How great is it? So I first heard about this chocolate with aphrodisiac around half a year ago, and I thought people will always need food and they'll always want to have sex. These are the two components which work great together, and there would be always demand for this product on the market. You may also add here that the food is filled with fast dopamine, which is sugar in the chocolate. So yeah, you have like fast dopamine. You might feel pleasure because of sex, and you'll be fed up, maybe a little, and you'd feel connection with your partner. That's really great product, and it has it's a product market fit actually. Then I thought of this in a bit more scientific way. I checked some core human drives. It was written in the Personal MBA by Josh Kaufman. So he said that there are 5 core human drives, which are drive to acquire, bond, learn, define, and feel. Drive to acquire, people want to be wealthy, be seen wealthy and powerful, like cool guys. Jordan Belfort from the Wolf of the Wall Street. Drive to bond, be attractive, be well-liked, connect with people. Drive to learn, be competent, knowledgeable, so that everybody would respect you. Drive to defend, keep yourself safe, just, all of the things you've acquired, save it, and your life including. Drive to feel pleasure, thrill, look forward to something. Yeah, that's a typo here. I'm a human. So the more drives your offer connects with, the more attractive it will be to your potential market. And let's check which cores are connected here. The first one, which really works here, is drive to feel pleasure, thrill, look forward to something. That's the direct definition of the aphrodisiac, right? Then drive to bond, you are bonded with your partner actually. You are becoming, maybe you are giving this as a present to your partner and you're becoming a bit more attractive or well-liked. Oh, your libido goes a bit up and you feel attractive. Then the third core would be drive to acquire. That's a doubtful one. You may say that I'm not right here. Please leave comments. I'd be only glad to get them. Drive to acquire. So as we were talking with the client, which you'll meet later, pretty great man. Drive to acquire, we talked about the target audience, and for girls, we were searching for something to pair our brand with. For girls, we were checking some popular series from the 2000s or from the 90s. But for boys, it was hard to find like a role model, somebody who would match the brand at the target audience.
And we've come up with a Jordan Belfort, whom I've already mentioned, from The Wolf of the Wall Street. He was powerful and sexy man there. And by consuming the product, man want to feel sexy, handsome, and powerful. So they want to be like him at some point. But in terms of, relations. So somehow this core is connected. Here is Instagram of the product. They are just named Boneralle, the way you see the name. It's not well developed yet because we have not yet worked on this one. We are in progress. We've created a website for them, both desktop and mobile version, but we are in process of designing some packaging and social media for them. So maybe you'll see updates later in our social media. That's how it looks at this moment. And here I've come up already with some ideas on how we can change the images, the contents here. They are not final. I'm working with black and white spots with some luxury, with fans of Dior or Armani, or with something sexy, something seductive, but not, here like there is naked woman here sitting on the table, not that obvious, a bit with sexy with a whale. That's what this brand is about. So as we will develop the social media, you may subscribe and you'll check our progress. And now, how old website looked. Well, you see, it's unreadable. It's not organized. Also, it's in Ukrainian. Sorry for that, but there is nothing to read here because that's still unclear. You won't be able to read this thing. Let me show you what we did with this site. So in April, this is Anton. He is the founder. You'll meet him a bit later. He addressed me and asked for consultation for this site because he knew that he was only starting his business. Actually, this site is not that bad. Like, if you're doing site at the start of your business, it's pretty great progress already because you've done something. You're not supposed to do something ideal. You should do something optimal and move on with it. That's what he did. All right, so we did consultation, and here I've come up with a pretty huge file which did not fit in this presentation which I'm showing to you. So we're gonna check this out on our own. Here, just a second. Yeah, so here is a file, and I've started with a research. I've figured that there are some general omissions. First thing would be heading. It's written here if you translate it, energy of passion and pleasure or satisfaction, and no name of the product, like herbal complex for making your libido higher, but that's not the description users want. I commented some general stuff on, I don't know, maybe marketing perspective. Users want to see the problem the product is solving, the solution itself, the name of the product, the price, and button purchase. That's it. So I commented on that, and I provided some, relevant references. Here, this first are showcasing the product itself, because as you check this hero section here, it's not, you cannot see what is inside that black box. Like, guess what is here? I don't know what is here. What is energy of passion? Like, it's not clear to me. So you should open that box and see, show what is inside, like in this examples. Then we had problems with brand's personality. because there were no personality, look and feel, and voice in any of the headings, copies, images, etc. We had problems with visual, like this. This section here is quite funny, you know, all of these bushes on some soil, technical moments in terms of headings, etc. We'll check them later. And references. You see how many references have I prepared, and I prepared comment for each one of them. Let me explain you why is that, because references are a bit tricky. Everybody think that reference is way too simple thing. Like, as I'm asking my clients, which sites in your niche do you like? Which sites do you hate? And they like, I like Apple. Great, we all love Apple, but your site is, I don't know, some agro seeds. So how can we make your site like Apple? Because you have a little bit different audience and a little bit different voice and feel, everything. They do not get what reference is. So in order to work with references, I'm trying to be specific. I want to show each and get into each detail of the references, of a reference. Let's say, let's go back a little. I'll show you. Let's check this. Let's check this slide we have. Let's say this one is reference, and that's the one client liked. What would he like about it? He would like the position of the elements here, which is called layout. So he likes that photo is taken up around 1/3 of the screen and it's on the right, not on the left. All right, that's the first thing we can point out here. Then he likes that text is divided into small pieces of info, which can be readable, like which you can read. So there are often sites on the internet where there is a bulk of text. You cannot read it, you don't know what to do with that, that's bullshit. So this one is readable, it's clear. Maybe he dislikes the font, because font looks like AI, like tech, static, you know, not meeting his agro requirements. Then he likes how I'm using different tones of black. I'm using this gray and black, and gray would stand for something less important, less highlighted, less accent. And he's like, yeah. Then he might dislike all of this, you know, not neat lines written down by my hand. But if I had a client who, let's say, was building clothing brand for use, which associated with something rebellious, with something out of the line, and connected, paired with graffitis, you know, something modern, he would love these lines because they are not correct, not geometrically correct. They are just, you know, pretty simple and quick, and you get them. And maybe he would make these lines even bolder, add weight to the line. So maybe he would add more color to this. So that's how you analyze one reference. And this was only one slide. In order to complete the vision of the way your spacing would work, allocation of texts, which words you will use, which tones of photos you will use, how many elements would there be on the on your screen, what fonts do I use. All of that can be defined by checking a lot of references. So it would take you really a lot of time in order to get your references right. That's why here I have like plenty of them, and I kept comments for each of them. I do not say I like this. That's not how it works. Like, let's say you're selecting a car. You wouldn't say I like this car because, you know, the color is green. No, you go deeper into details. That's how you work with references. That's pretty serious stuff to be, if you're working professionally with that. Right, let's move on. Let's be moving on. We have the founder, finally. Let me present you Anton Buldakov. He is the founder of the Boneralle. And why is it interesting to cooperate with him? Because he is the winner of the first MasterChef Children season in Ukraine. I'm not sure, maybe around 10 years ago. Pretty popular in Ukraine. So this brand has a potential because he already has some audience which would be following him and his brand. And yes, as I heard of this project, I was trying to, join this one because I saw that it has a potential. Yeah, that's the main criteria for selecting products for design. Only those which have potential. And here is his feedback. And here is his feedback. Check it out.
Hi, my name is Anton and I'm a young entrepreneur from Kyiv, Ukraine, and I produce such an unusual product as chocolate with aphrodisiacs. I have already had a landing site outsourced, but I was not happy with its quality. That's why I turned to TOO.BADASS agency. So I'd like to share my experience of working with them. The development of the site in a whole took about 2 weeks. At the beginning of our cooperation, we made a few Zoom calls, I filled out briefing questionnaire, and we just discussed the concept of my product, its values, competitive advantages, and so on. The workers of TOO.BADASS agency listened carefully to all my wishes. They conducted a detailed analysis of market, of my competitors, and of my target audience, and sometimes they even suggested solutions I couldn't think of. That's why it's a pleasure to work with such people. As a result, I can already see that the conversion rate of my website increased by 2.5 times, and I think it's only the beginning. I am happy with the results of cooperation with TOO.BADASS agency, and that's why I can safely recommend it to other businesses.
He liked the project and we can talk about it more. Here is our Instagram. We have not yet posted a lot of reels there, but we are preparing. We already have a lot of materials and would be launching soon. So you'd have a lot of useful content about design and about business, on how to run design for your business. Here is a preview of all of the tremendous stuff we are about to pull out. Around 5 reels a day, which are filled with content, around 5 tweets a day. And the most interesting part would be here is analysis and free consultations for your business. Each Saturday, I'm going to be doing free consultation for 3 products, and I'll be posting it here on the YouTube. So your business can be one of those. You just have to text me. Why am I doing this? Why am I doing all of these things for free? Because I want to develop trust with the audience. I'm currently building portfolio for our TOO.BADASS agency, and I want people see how I'm working. That's it. So I benefit from it. You will benefit from it greatly. It's a win-win situation. Just text me and I'll put you in the line for analysis, and then you get one for free. So stay tuned. And here are social media themselves. All right. Then I heard about Anton's brand, right? We're not yet cooperating on website. It was in spring, and we stopped communicating. And I started thinking of starting TOO.BADASS agency. I've been searching for clients. I thought a lot about whom I work with. And yeah, I saw Anton's TikTok that he revealed that he was the founder of that brand. and I knew him personally before that. I know he's a great guy to cooperate with. So, but I was a little bit shy to contact him. That's how it works. I was a bit of afraid to do something. Maybe not because like he's the winner of the MasterChef. Maybe that's not the case. I was afraid to start something. I had idea in my mind about Badass Agency. I had plans, written down plans, even in details. But it was hard to take that first step and action, because those plans were only in my head, were only in my dreams, and they were perfect. They were ideal there. In practice, I do not know how it may turn out. So contacting him was, I know, first step. And if he refused cooperating, it might have been a failure. And it would be a bit hurtful. I know that's how it worked in business, but it could have been a little bit hurtful. So I heard the phrase, nothing wonderful is going to happen to you if you want to take uncomfortable risk. That was my first uncomfortable risk as an entrepreneur. And yes, I contacted Anton, translated this message for you. And he answered me in around 5 minutes. He agreed to cooperate. That was a pretty great idea. And in a month, we started our first calls and we've started working together. Yeah, so at the team, you see the calls we had. I recorded some reels about it. I dived into it. And here are the basic stages of design process for any project which we are taking. The first one would be first call and briefing. In our agency, first call means free consultation. So we are analyzing your product, we are giving you pieces of advice for free. Like, just take it. We're offering that to you. And you are not obliged to do anything at that point. It's not, maybe it's sales call, but it's not about closing the client. It's about helping great products which we select to work with. So yeah, we did first call with Anton. Since we already had consultation, we were filling in the brief. Brief is, I wouldn't say quick, that's a bit lengthy questionnaire, but we would do this in an interactive form in order to understand the product. At this point, we listen and we hear you. That's the only thing we do. The next point would be analysis of data, filling in these branding questions. So we are processing the data we've gathered. The third step, design concepts and references. We've talked about references, design concepts. These are 3 design options to go with for desktop and mobile design based on the questionnaire we had. So client might dislike the only one option we might present him, and we are actually limiting ourselves to one option. So it's always wise to present several options so that he would feel which one is a match for him, right? And we approve each of the steps, and we're moving on to the sitemap, user flows, and wireframes. What are these words? Sitemap, just like a tree with branches, just scheme of how your site would work, what are the pages, something like that. User flows, it would refer to some flow in mobile app. A flow can be purchasing premium subscription. You have a set of screens for that. You have offer, then you read the terms of that premium subscription, you press purchase button, and then you've successfully purchased that, and you see what the following instructions and manuals on how to operate in that premium mode of the app. So flows and wireframes. These are black and white drafts of the pages. Just structure where the content would be located. We approve that. We're moving on to the design part for desktop, for mobile, maybe. Sometimes we might include a tablet. Then we have UI kit and clickable prototype. So UI kit is all of the elements, all the fonts, system of spacing, system of colors, system of call to action buttons, of other components and animations that we have on the site. And clickable prototype just means that instead of having those mock-ups, which are not clickable, you just can look at them, here by clicking on call to action button, you are transferred to the next page. So that's basically it, and maybe animations. And each step would be delivery for the development. There are moments where design is not clear for the developer, or he might get it wrong. Not wrong, just we have all different perspectives. So it's better we communicate the initial idea clearly so that we wouldn't have any problems at the testing, optimization, or launching stages of development. So yeah, we do the call, we write detailed document with describing all of this stuff in any form. And yeah, finally we started working, and Lisa Fomenko, she is one of the badass product designers, really great girl. As I used to be a mentor in design, she studied at one of my courses. So we have pretty long-term cooperation already and experience. I am completely sure in her, and she's gonna share with you some of the branding details for this product.
Hi everyone, today I want to take you behind the scenes of one of our last projects. I'll tell you about the branding stage for Boneralle, a premium chocolate infused with aphrodisiacs. This wasn't just another branding job, it was an experience itself. So from the very beginning, we knew that Boneralle had to stand out in a market saturated with the luxury chocolates. But it wasn't just about looking good, it was about creating an emotional connection, something intimate and unforgettable. So we started with the basics, the color palette. We made it in a dark mode because the product itself associates with the evening. So background was black. Also, we add some golden gradients. We wanted it look and feel luxurious, not cheap. So we added some details in a gold, not just colored elements. And here are these perfect details, like a big hat that I found after long search. This hat is basically laying on a melting golden hue chocolate, so it looks like enjoyment and satisfaction, and it looks natural. So also it looks similar to the clip of Neighborhood, stargazing, but it's just fun fact. And also golden hue photo that we placed on the background in a few pages, in a few sections. And one more detail that is not related to colors, but here it is. It's the trick with the moon. I want to tell you about it. Our product, like our candies, looks like the moon. And the box with candies has the four of them like inside. So I took 3 candies, cut it, so we have just like candy. I took 3 candies, and instead of 4s, I placed the real moon. It was the trick. So this way we were trying to make it feel luxurious, intimate and natural. And the next scene was the typography. We wanted something elegant yet playful, so we decided to combine 2 fonts, one with serifs and one handwriting. I believe you can see it on the screen right now. After that, we needed to define such points like problem that brand is solving, emotional benefits of our product, and sound and voice, look and feel, what role does our brand play in a customer's life, and pairing. I will explain everything of this right now. Let's go one by one. So, problem that brand solving is restoring passion in everyday sex. Here's easy, it's obvious, it's chocolate with aphrodisiacs. So, second one is emotional benefits. We define that it will be intimacy and connection, satisfaction, naturalness and quality, and openness to experiments. The next one is sound and voice. That's how we want our brand to sound to the customer. So our definition is temptation, flirt, caring, and one more time, openness to experiments. The next one is look and feel. It's basically the visual. So these are the things that we have tried to implement into design successfully. So we had behind the closed doors, evening supper, moon, elegance, gold, and kisses. And all these associations we have implemented in some details. The next one, what role our brand plays in a customer's life. We are the clients, seductive, caring soulmate. That's how we present ourselves. And the next one is pairing. It's what we associate the brand with, what will appeal to our target audience. It will be dinner at home because it's a routine, alcohol, especially wine, and candles. Thank you for your attention. Thank you for being here. I will give next word to our founder, Anna. So nice to meet you guys.
After analyzing, we've come up with 3 design concepts. And analyzing took us really a long time. It took us several calls together with Lisa. It took us several nights as we were talking in chats and figuring out what we can do. And the thing that we should take up the most time in our routine is thinking, not designing. So if you are starting designing without analyzing data, without thinking, you might do some random stuff. It may look good, but it would not be appropriate in this case. So what we are trying to do is we are trying to take some time thinking, coming up with ideas, with references, with great brand pairing ideas, which would our target audience appreciate and connect with. It's really important. And only then we proceed to design. And it's much easier to start designing if you already know what are your ideas. You've written them down, you've organized them, and now you're just, putting all of these parts together, all of the puzzles, and you see the great picture. Also, there is a mood board, which we've created for this slide. I can comment on each of these pictures for a long time, but I like this one. This one represents our brand like a lot because it's romantic, it's about relations, it's about evening, it's about intimacy, almost behind the closed doors, because we are, we're standing in the street watching them dancing through the window. It invokes some feelings in you. That's the thing we want to do. We want to invoke feelings of intimacy, of calmness, of romantic mood. And then after romantic, we want to bring people into something sexier, like these pages or this one from the Gone with the Wind. And this moon, as Lisa already commented, it looks like Candies here, and Jordan Belford or Sex and the City. So that's, the way you feed each other from hands. So it's all about romantic stuff. And
And yes, one of the references included Sex and the City. That's the first time when I needed my knowledge from Sex and the City series at work. That's the first time. I was so glad that I came up with this idea. So I watched this one and I thought, wait, I'm wasting my time doing this stuff. But experience watching Sex and the City was so valuable to me that I can now implement it in my products. So check it out. In first season, episode 11, I found it. I was checking each of the series, each of the episodes, and now I found it. You can check this out if you were interested. There is red thread throughout the series that Carrie farted in bed with Mr. Big at the start of the series. He asked, "What that you?" And then they had problems in bed, so they had no sex for, not sure, maybe 2 weeks. And Carrie moved out temporarily to her own old apartment. And here she's complaining to Miranda, "I don't want him to, right, you farted, you're human. I don't want him to know that." And that's where things get pretty realistic. They are discussing real problems in relations where routine takes place instead of all the romantic stuff. And there was a famous phrase by Carrie Bradshaw: "There is a moment in every relationship where romance gives way to reality." And that was it moment. We are using this on one of the pages. So we are now inserting hidden keys inside design. And here you see Charlotte, Miranda, Carrie, and Samantha watching their neighbors who are having sex. They had sex for pretty long time, and they are just admiring it, how they are liking it, discussing their problems. And then Mr. Big comes to Carrie's apartment as she was painting. That was the first time he was at her apartment, and he saw those neighbors who we already know. And he said also the phrase that I remembered, and thanks to that phrase, I could remember this episode: "We can do better than that." And that's where their passion got renewed. And that's the moment those neighbors are actually our chocolate with aphrodisiac, which acts the same way in relations which are suffering from some routine and from reality. And that's the thing which we were trying to translate in Ukrainian. There are moments in our relations where romance gives way to reality. And I wrote, I majored in interpreter. I majored in being an interpreter or translator. So yeah, I came up with several ideas on how to translate it. And in Ukrainian, it does not feel the same as it feels in English, unfortunately. But yeah, we did a pretty great job here. Yeah, so these are 3 design concepts. These are 3 design concepts we've come up with. You can check them out. So the first one is pretty luxurious. It looks like Armani. It feels hot, sexy, and wealthy. The second one is a bit girly. It's romantic. It would match the most with Sex and the City series. And the last one is somewhere in the middle between these two. Let's check them out. First concept. I was thinking on how we can change the logo we had. And this one looked modern. It would fit, would be a great fit for women as a target audience here, or for it's something girly, it's something flirty, it's
pretty elegant, but it's way too simple, not luxurious. It's not sophisticated enough, and it is not sexy. It's flirty. It's playful, but not seductive. So yeah, you can check this out. That was the first option on how to change the site we had. I've been working on this. These are ingredients for such a long time. You've seen the section from the old site where ingredients were unreadable. Those bushes on the soil, like something mixed up. So, and all of the different colors, a lot of details in each picture. So I've tried to make them black and white in order to, you know, fit in this design. And then on Hover, we can check the color and the texture of the plant itself. And here, it's way too small, but it says, open the chocolate or the box, taste it 30 minutes before, and 3 dots before sex, and enjoy or feel the pleasure would be more specific translation here. Here are 3 actions which I used in marketing by Nike. They are saying 3 words, just do it. McDonald's are saying, I like it. And Oreo, I'm not sure how it sounds in English because I know it in Ukrainian, but they are actually using these 3 verbs in their ads as well in order to, people can easily remember stuff with 3 actions, just 1, 2, 3, and that's what we used here in the ad. FAQ section and some reviews. Yeah, it took me some time to come up with these hearts and with a style, so looks pretty good. The next concept was a bit of looking like a scrapbook or something vintage. There is a moment in every relationship, which, from the Sex and the City, who knows, they know. There are seductive lips, and they look like sticky lips. Also, trick with the moon, where we inserted it, and some blurry photos, unclear. So it's romantic. It's a bit more sophisticated. It reflects 90s nostalgia or 2000s, which is actually great because it would fit audience about 20s, because they would feel that vibe of the series they've been watching, of, I don't know, sexy series, of those people, I guess, about 30s. Yeah, so it would fit for younger generation because it is trendy, as if you have in Instagram, in TikTok, this vibes, this vintage stuff, and it would feel nostalgic for elderly audience. So it's actually a great fit. And we've made this concept in 2 colors, in this light mode and in dark mode, pretty same. Then we selected the first one, which was luxurious. We'll check that later, and build the sitemap. Here is sitemap from our case. I'm not, diving into the details here, just stuff we had to put on the pages. Actually, there are moments which are obligatory on the pages. Let's say for CEO promotion, we need FAQ section so that our site could be found in Google search. We need some additional descriptive SEO text in order to insert keywords there. We need some context there. We have to put in first, let's say 3 to 5 sections of the site, all the minimum viable information client needs to know before making an order. Also, we've inserted a call to action button in header so that it would always be fixed, and from any place on the site you'd be able to access that purchase. And
yeah, I've inserted some stuff from the branding, which we've talked about, and ingredients and manual on how to use this in 3 steps, which you commented on earlier, previously, like in Oreo or McDonald's. So that was the sitemap. Also, we've included blog and articles in order to promote the site on the web. Included some legal stuff like privacy policy, terms of use, or some certifications. About us page, which would tell the behind the closed doors story of how this brand was created. 404 page, error and cookies, pop-ups, so basic stuff. And in reality, this structure looked like this. I'm using plain paper and a pen so that I could write it down to not forget stuff. It's pretty cool as you are sitting in the cafe. I love doing it there. I'm writing down all the flows. I'm not drawing. I'm just writing the structure. I think it's fun. Then I transfer it to this cool looking version. Yeah, and dude finally got the design. It took us so long to get here. Congrats. You've stand with me for 45 minutes to see this one, and it's still a little bit in pretty low scale, small scale. But yeah, here is the main page, our blog and about us page, and all of this stuff. You can check this case in the link on Behance in more details. Yeah, under this video there is a link where you can check the site in details. That's how one article would look like, and as you see, there is text which is covering only half of the screen, which makes it easy to read than other pages. Mobile design here, so this home page that we have, about us page with a golden face in it, article with all of the headings, subheadings, 404 page, all of the detailed stuff. You can also check this out in our design case. And we've ended our case with this blog. Just sharing this info, I don't know, just behind the scenes, my logic in it. As I started posting cases on Behance, I had no contact at the end. I thought, well, there is my account on Behance. Everybody can contact me there, and that I haven't checked Behance for a week or more. And as I'm entering, there are leads whom I missed. It's pretty bad. It's a shame. I've started inserting contacts in my cases at the end. I wrote like, that's my Instagram, that's my Telegram, you can write me there. But that was boring. It caught nobody's eye. So here I went an extra mile. I did some extra work for that. I've inserted short description of what we do, pretty small and unreadable text, and sorry for that, that's from the case Boneralle. We take your idea, do deep analysis, and provide badass custom tailored mobile design solution. Check yourself. So I put it in steps, what we do here. Also, I put here my social media contacts. I guess I'm currently in the development mode, so we don't have yet social media. You can check our social media at the under the video. I'm not sure that we have these names. I'm sorry for that. Wow, I'm failing it, right? And hey, if you have great product, give us a text or call day or night. Actually, yeah, that's one of my principles. I'm working day and night. You can text me anytime. Business hours are all hours in a day for me. So sometimes I'm going to the shower and I'm taking calls from a client because they called me at that time. So
I hope that was not critical. But yeah, that's how I do work. I guess that without going extra mile for my clients at the start, I won't get the result I want. And I do care only about result, not about timesheets, not about corrections, not about how much time I spend on it. Well, I have how I estimate project real quick. I take 2 weeks for a project like this, and we complete it almost entirely in 2 weeks. If not, yeah, we may take a few days more, but 2 weeks, that's it. You have access to us day and night. We are in contact. We are communicating with you on any problem you might have, on any ideas you might have. And we do this efficiently and quick. After 2 weeks, maybe you're taking another project, but we would still be in contact with you, support your product. Yeah, the same way we are doing with Boneralle. Tomorrow having final call with them, and we'd be making packaging for them. We'd be making social media posts for them. So we are in progress. We are communicating. We are cooperating. So yeah, we are caring about your product. And you'll get free design consultation for great products. Only if you have great product. If you have basic one, we might refuse helping you. Not sure. And yes, this one video here is in the middle. So I thought these boring tags, they are unreadable. How can I get people interested? And I thought, well, I can insert videos to the Behance, and this one is the video of me dancing. That's the first time when I thought, how great is that? Since childhood, in childhood, I used to go to the dancing classes. And I used to sing at school until I got bullied for that. I used to go up on the stage and to learn by heart some poems and tell them to the public. Or I used to be active. I used to be creative. I used to draw a lot as a child. Then I became adult, and I've stopped doing this stuff. For some time, I love design. I admire it. I love working with products. But for some time, I thought, maybe that's the wrong thing, because I'm not doing hobbies from my childhood. Then I'm creating this badass agency, and that's the first time when I feel like I'm in the right place and the right time, and my ideas, my talents can be appreciated. I'm not a great dancer. I'm just doing funny dance here, but I thought I can dance here. I've selected a song for that. It's called Rock Your Body by Timberlake. And I love also doing rap. I do some rapping, and I thought, why can't I change the lyrics to those which I need? So I wrote lyrics, and then I rapped them. Not perfect, I know. I have to do a lot of stuff, but I thought that might be funny. People would notice this. That might be crap, that might be cringe, but people notice this, and I do not remember what I'm thinking here. Let's check this video finally.
So go ahead, girl, just do that action thing you do.
So you saw it all and you want a little more. Hit the like, I'd appreciate it, bro. Wanna roll and roll, touch and vibe. Call or text, day or night.
Don't be so quick to walk away. That's me.
Last impression matters. That's the aftertaste you have in your mouth after the food, or that's the thing in people's head with which they are going home after work. That's the last impression. And this video was my way of saying that we are badass. We are doing whatever we want. We can do with our product whatever we want. We're gonna, blow the market. We're gonna do something great. And so please, I'm doing my best here. I'm dancing for you. I can rap for you. I can, may I have your attention, please. With the real Slim Shady, please stand up. We're gonna have a problem here. You never seen a white person before, just all on the floor like Pam, like Tony just burst in the door and started ass walking before the first word weren't on the furniture. They returned that, oh wait, no way, you kidding. He didn't just say what I think he did he? And Dr. Dre said. So I'm doing my best. I'm thinking here for you. I may tell you the poem. But just check our social media and maybe wait for the next video, because if you dislike the next video I'm gonna be posting, it would be fair to unsubscribe. Say, well, this girl is cringing, this badass agency is not that badass, they are pretty average. Let me know when you think this about me, and you may unsubscribe at that point. That would be pretty fair. But for now, please subscribe, and we're gonna do free consultation for you. So, call me. Bye. It was really nice meeting you, and have a nice day.